quarter, each minute, each possession. Bucks, Celtics, tip-off coming right up. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. As Giannis Antetokounmpo celebrated his first Most Valuable Player award with the fans back in 2019, he said, "After this day, don't call me the MVP until I win it again next year." Well, guys, those words have proven prophetic as he went on to win the 2020 Maurice Podoloff MVP trophy. Kevin?
And David, he is just getting started. Great stuff. Thanks as always. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Boston. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And, of course, Milwaukee, a half game back.
And, you know, for Boston, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Donazu's the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for Boston, on is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Daniel Tice out there with Tristan Thompson, and it's Walker in at the point. The break fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense and overcommitted, and then made them play with the sweet 9. Well done.
A floater and the nice bucket inside from Holiday.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Tatum's shot is off. Holiday with it. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. Brown outside. Here's Walker. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Boy, Brown, not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Holiday against Walker. Trying to get open as Lopez. For Boston, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Tatum drives in. And the jump by Tatum.
Cannot let Tatum roll to the bucket. When he's got a head of steam, he's going to finish with power.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Tatum. Walker finds Tice. And here's Tatum for 3. Nice ball movement by Boston. Lopez with the steal. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Good on the 13-footer.
You know, with his athletic ability, Antetokounmpo could almost get away with not having a jump shot, but he's got one anyway.
And the basket by Tatum.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to do it.
On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with great supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
You know, when you see Antetokounmpo make a pass like that, it tells you just how much he's matured and grown as a player and decision maker.
Now Thompson, following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Walker. Tatum's got 7 points. And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee, trailing by 5. Pass to Middleton, fires the 3. It's good from long range. Middleton's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, that is a real weapon in Middleton's arsenal. I mean, when you hit a 3 on him, wants that sweet revenge, and he's coming back at you.
Walker against DiVincenzo. Pass to Giannis. Down low, here's Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And that will tie this game up.
He is so tough to deal with inside. Lopez just too big and too skilled.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here is Holiday. Hits the front of the rim and out. To the middle. And then Brown with the dunk.
Hey, guys, if you let Brown get close to the basket, you face the consequences. Just a tremendous athlete with unreal dunking ability.
So it's the Bucks now. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Coming into this, having matched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in the groove from the opening tip.
So Boston ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Javi Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Cat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Now here is Augustine. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And Giannis is a beast, the Greek freak, a dominant player on the offensive end.
Here's Ojale, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. So it's the Bucks now. It's a 5-point game. Here's Portis.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Now here's Teague. His last outing, he had 8 points. Makes it off the glass.
And the crafty, cunning Teague, fantastic at finding ways to score down low.
Augustine with it, picked up by Teague. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth from that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
First trip to the line for him here.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them. You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact, because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
And here's Augustine after the three-pointer from Jeff Teague. Comes up empty down low.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Smart finds Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. Kept alive. Outside, Smart. Pass to Williams. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bucks trail by 5. 4 seconds separate the shot game clocks. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Seconds left to play here in the first. Here's T. 5 points in the game. And here's Smart. The 3. Now that one from Ojale. Ojale's got 6. so it's Boston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. Back to the action after this word. And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how his upbringing helped shape his approach to the game.
I'm the youngest of 4 boys. So as anybody who has siblings, older, younger, you understand the struggle, especially being the youngest. You know, you always got to fight for what you want.
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
In a moment now to reset the lines, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Williams is out there with Williams. Then there's Teague. Then there's Smart. And it's Ojale in at the 3. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day, and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. And the Bucks with some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton comes in for Ben Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Augustine. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. 4. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Forbes has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, that's really the biggest reason Forbes is out there, guys. Find space on the perimeter and knock down the three-point shot.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks, trailing by 10. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Tice, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Portis trying to free himself. The shot by Holiday, no good. Celtics leading by 8. Brown with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And a dunk by Brown.
Boy, there's a lot to like about the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's taking full advantage of it in a heartbeat.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has in the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
And the Bucks with some changes. Torrey Craig comes in for Portis. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Now here is Holiday. And with Thompson, as you said, Greg, once he's planted in the paint, good luck.
I mean, think about it. About 40% of his rebounds are on the offensive end. He just refuses to get moved or boxed out. Combine that with his hunger on that end of the floor, and you see why he's such a great rebounder.
Outside, Walker. outside Tatum. Here's Brown. And the layup's good off the glass. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Offensive rebound, knocked away, and stolen by DiVincenzo. Now the Bucks moving it up. Got it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Craig. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And Walker kicks to Tatum. To the inside. Tice up and in on the layup. Tice has got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Middleton for 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Man, it's obvious that Middleton has great confidence. I mean, you can just see it oozing out of him. He's so good at catching the defense off balance and knocking down the catch-and-shoot jump shot.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They are coming into this having actually win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams is checked in for Thompson. Jimmy Ojeley comes in for Daniel Thomas. Smart's checked in for Brown. It's Teagan for Walker.
Love when Tatum puts it on the floor now. Superb and driving right to the basket and has excellent speed to get there.
Augustine against T. Augustine looking around. And the best to Antetokounmpo. Shoots a fader. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Giannis has got 12 in the game.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Tatum with another miss. Bucks trail by 11. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around, and it's off from three-point range. And here's the fast break. Snatched up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Chris Middleton. Boston shooting their first free throws of the evening. He misses the free throw. Milwaukee making a switch. Connaughton's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. 7-second difference, shot game clock. Augustine, ejected by T.
Love seeing the point guard, Jeff T, get involved defensively there, using his speed to rise up for a block shot. Nice.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, these hot streaks guys don't last minutes, they last days.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Tatum drives in, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Tell you what, that's impressive strength there from Tatum. You got to respect that. Even when you try to wrap him up, he finds a way to score.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overstepping, and then we're not committing to shooters. It's not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel Shaquille O'Neal. There was no stopping Jason Tatum in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They powdered the ball inside, and the entry fees were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet in.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters. You got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough right now, especially outside.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
And, you know, that's what delights him most. That's what he takes most pride in. He loves being the chief facilitator.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some open.
And GA Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player, and I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Gets it down to single digits. And that's now 18 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Here's Walker, and he lays it straight in. And the Celtics lead by 11.
That's an aspect of Walker's game that I like. I mean, his ability to use the dribble drive and score on the move, nice.
Lopez outside. He's looking for Giannis and finds it. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Your son, Cole Gray, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for, but at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, really good at selling that shot fake. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Williams, he's checked in for Thompson. On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Walker. Got it, and the Celtic lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Holiday.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you? And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And here's Brown, following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
A adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Timeout called the Bucks. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Milwaukee with the ball after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The Celtics have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday.
So how about the concentration of Antetokounmpo? I mean, he expects to get hit when he's taking it strong to the rim, and still is able to muscle his way through contact.
And perimeter score feet, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 23 points in the game.
When he's on the floor, Antetokounmpo makes good things happen inside. I mean, he's got so much size and skill. A lot for the defense to try to contend with.
And Williams with the stuff.
And he just goes from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Portis kicks to Augustine. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Williams against Portis. You can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Williams. Brown the pass to Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
1:14 left in the third. Walker against Augustine. To the paint. Here's Portis. Williams with the block.
So the reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooting. Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And Augustine kicks to Connaughton. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists tonight. There's Walker with the 3. And again, Buster with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Connaughton's up. Ice is there.
I tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
And again, it's Milwaukee converted.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And so it's Boston with it. Tice passes to Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got 11.
Walker isn't afraid of getting into the paint and going for it. I mean, he's fairly clever for a little guy down there.
Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for Boston. He nailed it from long range in that quarter. Winds up with a total of 4 3-pointers in the period. And we'll be right back after this. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Now, as we add stops and add scores, don't let the little things get us off kilter. Okay? Play with poise. Let's go.
That's clearly Greg trying to keep his team on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, really challenging his guys right now, encouraging them to just stay focused on the task at hand.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. There's the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Williams, and it's Teague in at the point. That's the Boston 5. Tatum finds Teague, and they double up Brown. For 3, Williams. But another fast break opportunity here. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
An excellent play and coming at the right time as well, guys. They need to string together some defensive and offensive possessions like that.
Now here's Tatum. Takes the 3. Good. Nice assist for Williams. Tatum's got 20 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo against Brown. Shot clock at 6. Portis kicks to Connaughton. Williams with the clock. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Tries again, and it's good on the way. And the Celtics lead by 18. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Boston.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Here's Teague. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. You got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Tatum. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here we go. And the cut by Giannis.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. He's almost 7 feet tall. He makes it look effortless.
And it's sent back by Lopez. And up the court come the Bucks. On the break, Middleton leading the charge.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
And defensively, you've got to recognize that threat and make the correction.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Ojeley is checked in for the Celtics. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
The solo alley-oop, that's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly, caught the defense totally off guard.
I tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat and he was in shock and awe. But now, he's got a big smile on his face.
Giannis outside. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Tatum passes to Ojeley. Good on the triple. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Lopez left side. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th assist in this one. Teague drives in. Here's Ojale. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. Giannis kicks to Lopez. Middleton looking it over. Now that bucket.
Middleton's jump shot so pure. I mean, he's a dynamic scorer who's outstanding shooting the basketball.
Ojale passes to Teague. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jason Tatum.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Walker against Holiday. Kick out to Giannis. Just 5 on the clock. Middleton against Tatum. And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And in what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one against Milwaukee.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jason Tatum.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Takes a 3. They get it back. And Johnson kicks to Tice. The Celtics working the ball around now. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. It's all about Antetokounmpo. Passes to Forbes. Here's Wilson. Rebound Boston.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Alton, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.